Hi, I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we enjoy an old-fashioned Christmas at Greenfield Village's Holiday Nights. Show you where you can save big for your holiday shopping. And then we tour 3 magnificent downtown cathedrals, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
I'm at Greenfield Village, which is part of the Henry Ford Museum, which is, as they coin it, America's greatest history attraction. And we are lucky enough to have it right here in the D. And every holiday season, it comes alive with Holiday Nights at Greenfield Village. And it literally is like stepping back in time to a picture-perfect postcard.
Holiday Nights at Greenfield Village really is the place to be in Metro Detroit for the holiday season. We've got ice skating, we've got brass bands, and even fireworks. So if you get a ticket, it's good for the whole evening. Okay. So you can see Christmas all the way in 1760, all the way through World War II. Okay. So you come in, and it includes rides on the Model T, it includes carriage rides. We have special restaurants open, but we do also have very special tickets at Eagle Tavern. So a ticket for our Eagle Tavern dining experience includes a meal, includes entertainment, way more food than you'll ever want to eat, and then tickets for the program too. How far is it? How long? How much time should you devote to it? So you have 3.5 hours to try to see everything. Okay. You're not going to see everything. You're going to want to come back more than once or twice. And I imagine people come back year after year. It's a nice tradition. This becomes their Christmas tradition. This is their holiday tradition. That's right. Well, I am anxious to go hit the pavement and travel back in time. Fantastic. Welcome to Holiday Nights at Greenfield Village. Thank you, Ryan. So they have these beautiful wreaths here for sale. They're all made from fresh evergreen. They've got Christmas trees for sale back there. So these ornaments out here are so cute, and I think these are adorable. The little sheep like they have right when you walk in. They have the sheep out in the green area. So this is nice. If you don't want to do an official restaurant and eat food, you can just get your hot beef sandwich here. They've got warm onions, a savory sauce to put on it. It's nice and hot, fresh off the grill. It smells delicious, and it'll keep you toasty warm. And if beef isn't your thing, they've got roasted ham. They're cooking out here. It looks like they've got a kettle of some kind of soup or something cooking out here. You can get a nice roasted ham sandwich, hand carved. So the stores are open during holiday nights as well. Like I'm going to step inside the Main Street Emporium. It's wonderful that these are open. Just all these wonderful old-fashioned trinkets, just unique things you can get for people that you just don't find anywhere else. So you were out here directing traffic to stay out of the...
Yes, I'm saving lives here.
You're saving lives? Well, so what era is this costume from?
Oh, this is from the turn of the century. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Like New York Bobby. Well, not really New York Bobby, New York Constable. They call us the Keystone Cops.
Yeah, the Keystone Cops, right. Well, you're doing a great job.
Well,
You've been driving out the street.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, thanks.
We've been coming here for, what, 5 or 6 years now? And multiple times every year. It's just, you don't get this anywhere else. It's such a lovely experience.
It's not the hustle and bustle, it's just enjoying time and family and just the old-time atmosphere.
How's this for some old-fashioned fun? A horse-drawn carriage. They're going to sing carols while around there. Have fun! Have fun! So if it's a chilly night, you need to warm up. They've got these warming stations kind of spread throughout. If you don't want to step inside of a building, you just come over here and get warmed up before you go along your merry way. So behind me is a little bit of adult cheer. They have adult spirits and beer and wine inside. It's a warming tent, and they have a different theme each year. It changes, but it's always something historical. So the houses are open throughout the village as well. Right here, people are standing in line to go into the George Washington Carver cabin. They're doing Christmas festivities inside. And of course, it's worth a visit to the back of the village because this is where Santa is. He's up there saying Merry Christmas to all the children that are around. Say hi, Santa.
Nikki, Merry Christmas to you. Olivia, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Dominic, Merry Christmas, Dominic.
And how much fun is this? A Model T ride is included with your price of admission. You stand in line, you get to go off and cruise the streets of the village.
Absolutely awesome. It's so much fun here.
Yeah.
I love it to come here every Greenfield day.
You want to come every day, yeah? And how are you guys with the ice skating? Have you done this before?
No. They're first timers and they are doing awesome.
You are? You're going to show me some of your moves?
I'm sure how you learn. All right. Tell me Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, thanks. They're all hand blown though. They're so pretty. One of a kind. So in the Liberty Craftworks area, these stores are so great here. You can watch them blow glass live, and then you can come here shopping, and you can buy some of the unique pieces, all made right here in the village. Little toy drums coming from the side, carried by a band dressed in white and red. It really is magical to see the village all lit up during the winter time, and with the snow on the ground, it feels like you're inside of a snow globe. And what a great tradition to get you in the holiday spirit. Holiday nights at Greenfield Village. Hey, if you like to shop, I've got the place for you. It's the Great Lakes Crossing Outlets in Auburn Hills. They have 185 stores and great discounts. You're going to love this. So I love this saying here, it's in front of the Kenneth Cole outlet. It said, everyone needs an outlet. I mean, can't say it any better myself. They even have a Saks off 5th here, and it's the only outlet in Michigan. So District 1 seems to be a really big brand name area. They've got everything from Ann Taylor, they've got the Gap, Nike, Banana Republic. They've got Nautica, J. Crew, Tommy Hilfiger. I mean, I don't know where to start. There's so many brand name stores here. They've got a Movado store here. And they even have a Lucky Brand outlet. These are my favorite jeans. So for the king of the grill in your life, look at this. For somebody who has everything, a grill spatula. Oh, it's a sportula. Oh, here's the D. Here we've got lions, tigers, Red Wings. So speaking for all you fellow moms out there, this children's place, I think, is the biggest children's place I've ever seen. And everything is marked down. It's like hitting a sale.
Welcome to Great Lakes Crossing Outlets. It's a mile around, 185 stores of shopping fun for you.
So it's a mile around?
It is.
Okay. And then we're here in front of the guest services.
Yes.
Which is District 4, because it's laid out in districts to kind of help you manage where you're going, right? Because it's so big.
It's one level. So the desk is in District 4, which is right in Entry 4, where you can get gift cards, Ticketmaster tickets, or you can get your shopping coupon books. So this is Passport to Shopping. This is good for people who are driving more than 50 miles, or if you have a booked shopping group of 10 or more, we'll have these available for you. And you probably want to know what this is.
Yes, I do.
So what this is, it has a book of coupons valid at over 100 stores, deeper discounts for one day of shopping.
Oh, wow.
And then if you spend $200 or more in one day, and you bring your receipts right back to the desk here, you get a shopping tote bag.
Oh,
and
nice.
I know you can spend $200 or more. It's really easy to do here.
Yeah, so this is just more savings on top of that.
It is at some of the restaurants as well as some of the attractions and at our stores. You can spend a whole day here, obviously with 185 stores, or you can stay
2 days.
Right, or 2 days. Actually, we have 3 hotels right on our property here, a Marriott, a Hampton, Holiday Inn. You can stay the night, you can stay the weekend.
Yeah.
Shop, sleep, shop again.
Yeah. Oh, what a fun girls' weekend just to come to Great Lakes Crossing Outlets. I mean, really, it is. There's so many stores. So we're going to start looking at some of them.
Let's go shopping.
All right. So you've got a Kate Spade store here.
Kate Spade Outlet. We love it.
Yes.
It is so darling. They've got some great sales and great deals.
So lots of good designer stores here. Got Michael Kors, TJ Maxx, Neiman Marcus, Last Call. That is a huge store inside. You've got a Coach outlet store here too.
We've got Justice and Coach and Group USA. Something for everyone.
Yes. And you've got an actual Stride Right store. These are hard to find anymore because they have such good quality shoes, and it's hard to find those where you can walk in and try them on instead of going online. So you've got a Lord & Taylor outlet?
The only one in Michigan.
The only one.
Yes. And a huge variety of fashions, handbags, shoes. You could spend a whole day in there.
I love all these cowboy boots.
Look at these boots.
Look at that. Oh, those are some cute boots.
Beautiful.
Well, you know what? I like this. You've got a game store, the Go Games and Toys, right next to Disney.
The only Disney store outlet in the state of Michigan.
Is it?
And
oh, wow.
You find such great deals in there.
So you've got this kiosk set up for the holidays?
Yes, it's Ugly Sweater. So if you're going to an Ugly Sweater party or you actually want to get an ugly sweater for somebody, a gift idea, it's a fun gift.
So this?
Legoland Discovery Center.
And so this is the food court.
Here we're coming into this gigantic food court. We've got over 10 restaurants in the food court. Have your kids play in the play area.
Ride the carousel back
Ride
there.
the carousel.
So if the food court, you want to do that, you've got places you can come and just sit down and have a drink.
We have something for everybody's palate. So we have Miyako Japanese Steakhouse with a hibachi grill, and then they also have fabulous sushi.
Ooh.
Johnny Rockets, where you can get the best malts and burgers ever. And then of course Bar Louie has great American cuisine. You can sit down in any of these restaurants, take a load off after your shopping day and get something to eat.
Or before you go to the show.
There's so many movies there and an IMAX theater as well.
Oh,
so it's
IMAX
perfect.
too.
You can go shopping and go see a movie too.
So another big draw to Great Lakes Crossing Outlets is the Rainforest Cafe, right? Is it like the only one in Michigan?
It is the only one in Michigan.
Okay.
So you look up and you see animals moving all over. You get snakes and monkeys and gorillas.
Oh, and they're animated. It's like you're in the rainforest. You're immersed in it. It's so cool. So you walk into the restaurant right under the aquarium?
Right under the fish. They're swimming right over you, and then you walk into the restaurant where it's just loaded with animals from the rainforest. See, here's the thunderstorm right now. So you see all the animals come alive and they start moving. The elephants and the gorillas and the cheetahs. Makes you feel like you're right in the middle of the thunderstorm. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. What a fun place to eat.
The guy himself, Santa Claus, is waiting for you. How
about if I sit next to you?
Okay, there we go. Now
It is so
I'm
much more fun to visit you now than when I was little. So another big destination, which I'm a big fan of, is the Sea Life Michigan Aquarium.
Yes. Yeah. It's the only one in Michigan.
Yeah.
Come see the sharks and the stingrays, and it's a great place for the whole family.
So Mountain Warehouse?
Mountain Warehouse. It's a great place to get outdoor gear.
Oh, this is a nice warm coat.
Nice warm, getting ready for the winter season, right?
So this is a really big draw, this store here.
It is Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World. So this is a great store for any outdoor enthusiast you have in your life to buy holiday gifts for, or if you just want warm weather clothes, they have a lot to offer here.
So this is the big aquarium?
This is the water tank, and it's got breeds of Michigan fish in here.
Look at it. It's just a lot to take in. It's huge in here. This is a good photo op right here with the bear.
Yes, can give him a bear hug.
Better here than in the woods, right?
You bet.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for showing me around. I had such a good time.
Oh, thank you so much for visiting Great Lakes Crossing Outlets. Hopefully see you again.
You will, and you know, I'm gonna tell you, this place is great to visit any time of the year, but especially during the holidays, you'll get lots of great discounts, and you can pay a visit to Santa. I'll be back.
Good.
It's everywhere you look, in everything you see. A conscience so complete, a heritage so deep, and no one can resist when Smokey sings. And so we're letting you know, now get ready to go. It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here.
There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. Enjoy a pet lover's paradise in Novi at the Pet Expo and a romantic, hilarious tale of deception at the Opera House. Don't miss the tree lighting ceremony at Campus Martius Park or the heartwarming holiday classic at the Fox. Ford Field will host the Father Solanus Casey Beatification Mass, then experience the magic of wild lights at the zoo. The Festival of Trees sparkle in Dearborn for a good cause, and the Big Bright Light Show kicks off with Lanya. Mama's Boy at the Fisher features an all-star cast, and Woodward Avenue gets ready for the Thanksgiving Day Parade. The Detroit Opera House presents the classic Nutcracker, and Cirque Dreams Holidays is a wonderland of amazement. Celebrate Noel Night at over 70 Midtown venues, and view live glass blowing at the Glass Academy's Holiday Show. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT.
I'm Melissa. I'm from Livonia. I found a lot of great energy and excitement in the arts community going on in the city right now. The DIA and MOCAD.
Hi, my name's Brian, and I live in Milford. And one of the great things about the D is all the surrounding communities. One that I really love to visit is Rochester. They have a great downtown.
Have you ever wondered if some of those old churches around downtown are just as pretty on the inside as they are on the outside? Well, we've done the legwork for you as we're going to tour 3 Gothic churches that are right around Eastern Market, and they're all over 100 years old, and yes, they are beautiful. We're going to visit St. Joseph, St. Josephat, and Sweetest Heart of Mary. So come on, let's go inside. Father, this is an absolutely beautiful church. Can you tell me a little bit about the history, like when was it built and some of the neat architectural points?
Well, the parish was started in 1855, but this is not the first church. This is the second church, which was built in 1872. And it is obviously in the Gothic style with a lot of German accents to it. The high altar was carved in Germany and then sent over here. And some of the stained glass windows were also made in Germany. And it is the last place in the state of Michigan where German Catholics can worship in German.
How much of this is original? A lot of it?
Pretty much everything is original here. Yeah. Obviously, we have electricity now, which they did not have in 1872, but we actually have the gas lights were converted to electric lights. So everything looks like it did, pretty much like it did in 1872.
There's tours that are offered, or what if you want it, what if you want to
If you'd like to have a tour of the church, we don't do them individually, but if you have a group, you may call our main offices and we will book a tour for you. And we'll have a tour guide to lead you through the whole place and explain everything, and can be arranged.
St. Josephat and Sweetest Heart of Mary both are Polish this side.
Yes, well, all three of these parishes, you have to remember, they go back to a time when Detroit was all immigrants. So the Germans were in this section, the Polish were in this section.
What are some of the architectural details that I can look for when I head over to the other churches?
Each one of the churches has its own architectural style. So this is Victorian Gothic from the 1870s. Sweetest Heart of Mary is Victorian Gothic from the 1890s, a little bit different. And St. Josephat, built in 1900, is in a kind of a neo-Romanesque style with some Byzantine accents. So if you know anything about architecture, those are the places to go to see these real renditions of the era. So when you do visit Sweetest Heart of Mary, one of the features that's very interesting is the light bulbs, because you have to remember the light bulb had just been invented. So they went crazy putting light bulbs all over the arches and behind the altar. And you get to St. Josephat's, very interesting to see over there that over the high altar they have a copy of the miraculous icon from Poland of Our Lady of Częstochowa, known as the Black Madonna. So that particular icon was taken to Częstochowa and touched against the miraculous icon that is kept in the monastery there, and then brought back and hung up there over the high altar. So it's a little bit of Poland right in Detroit.
So what are we standing in front of here?
Well, this is a very important altar in the church. It's the altar of St. Joseph, because this is the Church of St. Joseph. It's really quite noteworthy because it is a hand-carved, totally wooden altar. And many of the appointments in the church, the communion rail and the other altars, the pulpit, the confessionals, were all carved by a German immigrant who came to Detroit in the 1800s. There's a great deal of artwork throughout the entirety of the church. It's really worth coming to see, just for the artwork and the history.
Yeah, exactly.
And not to mention the religious dimension.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time, and I'm off to tour the other churches.
Wonderful.
Now I'm inside of St. Josephat, and this is that beautiful church that I'm sure you've driven by a million times off of 75, just on the west side near downtown Eastern Market in Canfield. They've got 5 altars, and as Father Burkowski mentioned, they've got the Black Madonna at the front altar, and it's just gorgeous. There's artwork, the beautiful stained glass windows, the domes and the arches here are very reflective of the Victorian Romanesque architecture, and not to mention it just has a very Victorian feel to it comparative to the Gothic feel that we had at St. Joseph's. Isn't this main altar gorgeous? And there's so much ornate detail. I bet you can see something different every time you look at it. Well, I don't want to say that we saved the best for last, but what I will say is that the Sweetest Heart of Mary, this magnificent church, was hailed as one of Michigan's most beautiful Victorian buildings and as the largest and grandest Polish church in all of the United States. Well, here are the light bulbs that Father Burkowski was talking about. I think he said there's like 450 light bulbs up there. They're all exposed. And then you'll also see the chandeliers throughout here. They're Tiffany chandeliers outlined with the exposed light bulbs as well. Really a sign of the times of what was really happening at the forefront. And then, of course, you've got all this beautiful, beautiful hand-carved white wood back here. It's just mind-boggling. Well, we took you on a tour of 3 beautiful churches today, but something that we came across at the Sweetest Heart of Mary was this brochure, the Detroit Historic Churches Association, and it lists 21 beautiful historic churches that are all downtown. It maps them all out for you, so you can go pick this up and tour some of the beautiful Gothic churches we have downtown by yourself.
Things are happening in Detroit that are going to reinvent the American city.
Those of us who have been here a long time can tell you that it's never been more vibrant.
And it really represents the future, what the future can be and what the future is becoming.
Let's start at 5 a.m. We have joggers that are running through our state park, that are running on the riverfront.
I kind of like that Detroit has its own vibe right now. Like, it's awesome to be Chicago and it's awesome to be New York, but we kind of have like this underdog thing going on.
Visitors come in from out of town and they absolutely adore the city of Detroit.
When they get here, what they see is different than what they've come to expect. There is so much to do in this city, and it's not like every other city.
You gotta see it to believe it.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D.
To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Hang on, I gotta figure out how to turn it. Always something happening here. You never know what. Hang on. Oh, how's that? Is that better? Keep watching it. Thank you.
Does that happen often?
No, not
usually. What I want to do, even to get more direct.